Also, abdominal exercise should only involve trunk flexion. It should bring your sternum, your upper body, down to your pelvis. So basically you can think of your pelvic bone and your xiphoid process, the little notch there at the bottom of the sternum, bringing those two bones together. The abdominals, they basically attach at the upper part of the body, attach to the sternum and the top ribs, and then they insert down in the pelvic region. So either pelvis bone, the iliac crest, some kind of the hip bone, and it's bringing that together. So any exercise where you're actually bending at the hips, hip flexion versus trunk flexion, where the axis of rotation is just around the belly button or north of the belly button, that's using the abdominals. But if you bend at the hips, as in like sit-ups, so you're doing a sit-up exercise and you're bending forward at the hip joint, that's really not working the abdominals anymore. If anything, it's working it as an isolation move. So if you do full sit-ups, a lot of people do sit-ups for abs. You're laying on the ground, you have your feet placed underneath a roller, or somebody's holding onto your feet for support, and you do a full sit-up. I don't care if you have your hands crossed over your shoulders, behind your back, or anything, but anything that bends your hip joint forward, you cannot help but use your hip flexors. The hip flexors are the muscles that attach to the top of the thigh, the femur, the thigh bone, and when you do a full sit-up, you can actually feel that muscle contract. You can't help but contract that muscle because that's actually what's pulling it up. It's actually like a spine up. You're pulling your upper body up to a vertical position by contracting the hip flexor muscle. It's not really an abdominal exercise anymore. You're pulling up on your spine. It can damage your lower back. The only reason you feel any kind of abdominal contraction whatsoever is to counteract the tilt. You're basically putting a lot of stress on the lower back, just like with doing leg lifts or leg raises, like those military type. You feel your abdominals contract just trying to counteract the tilt in your lower back, the arch in your lower back, so it's a safety mechanism. But the abdominals aren't really contracting. You're not getting any kind of range and motion change between the sternum and the pelvic bone when you're doing like a leg lift. And instead, when you're doing abdominals, you should actually bring those two points of the bones together. So, with all that being said, you don't have to worry about it too much if you do the 3 exercises I'm recommending, because I'm gonna basically tell you how to do things to bring your sternum and your pelvis together without injuring the lower back.